We are back for part 2 of the Damn Worthless Radio Show. I'm Mike, your host. We got Matt, my co-host here. Matt, you still hanging in there?
Oh, I'm in here. I'm just waiting for you to do your usual intro, man. We just go with the flow.
All right. We are ready to rock out another 45 minutes for your ears to bleed. And we've got a segment that we're doing each week. Yes, we are turning almost professionals with a segment.
Oh, no, about that. We're trying something different.
All right, we're trying something different, having the same sort of thing each week, kind of get a little bit of repetition going on. And besides our cool kick-ass songs, we've been playing a few more tunes out there for everybody to have and listen to and keep their little hearts pumping. And we've got Matt with his Back to the 80s segment. So
it's not Back to the Future, but we're going back to the 80s.
Back to the 80s, man. 80s, greatest time ever. And Matt has the news stories to bring us back on the living history at that time. Matt,
right.
What year are you doing this time?
All right. Well, last year. Yeah, last year. So you already got me going in years. So last week we did 85. So I figured why not just jump up a week and do 1986.
Sounds good.
But, from what I was looking, I kind of focused more on the rock and roll type music, kind of movies a little bit, what's going on. So it's kind of weird that year for bands breaking up, like big bands, and some of them going solo. So I don't know if I wrote all the stuff down, but some of the big stuff that kind of near and dear to me and Mike, Van Halen brings in Sammy Hagar, and they released 5150, the first album of that year to go number one, even though I was not too happy that Hagar came in, but apparently the rest of the country is pretty happy, so it went number one.
Honestly, with Hagar coming in, I don't know, man. I was a big David Lee Roth fan for frickin' ever, but it's almost like two different bands. Everybody's like, oh, Hagar or Roth. Me, personally, both. Because they're two different bands, completely.
Both good. I agree. Both good. So I was pretty pissed because I remember that because I was old enough to know Van Halen and I knew who Sammy Hagar was. I was a little butthurt. So, but when I look back at that 5150, it's a pretty damn good album, to be honest.
I had heard that was originally written for David Lee Roth. So I guess if you could imagine David Lee Roth singing those songs, it does kind of fit somewhere along his repertoire and what he could sing. Mm-hmm. But honestly, Sammy Hagar did a great job, and I give him kudos for that because he did well. He really did do well.
Yep. All right. So that was a big one. So other stuff that happened notable, like Beastie Boys, they debuted that year with License to Ill.
Oh yeah, shit, snap, bitches. That was
mm-hmm. So everybody knows Beastie Boys. So like we were just kind of talking about earlier, it's kind of funny. Cinderella, my first concert I went to, they debuted that year with Night Songs album. Other more light, easy stuff, people probably not too, like Bruce Hornsby debuted with That's the Way It Is. The reason I kind of threw it out there, he's from Williamsburg, up where I live. I delivered mail to his house when I was doing my little mail thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't know he came out that. I didn't know. I know he's old now, but I thought that was pretty neat. Samantha Fox debuted with Touch Me. Oh my gosh, she was so hot back then.
Oh man.
Yeah, she was like that one hit wonder girl, but she was pretty fit. So the number one song for this time week would have been Whitney Houston, How Will I Know. I don't know if I cut the rest of the song. I guess that's it. I don't know.
Whitney Houston. She's gone now. Didn't she die like of some drug overdose?
Yep, she died drug overdose in, I don't know if it was Las Vegas or whatever, but yeah, she found dead in a tub, so yeah.
Wow, and she had some young kids too, from my understanding.
I think so, yeah, or Bobby Brown or whatever. I don't know how many kids or whatever, but yeah.
Man, that sucks.
Yep. So, but some movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was popular then. The Fly, The Golden Child, Heartbreak Ridge, Highlander, Howard the Duck, then Top Gun.
Wait a minute, Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Oh my God! Wow.
That's like my wife's favorite movie, and the kids Mike and Andy, their favorite movie back with Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, man, I'm gonna have to get that. I honestly, that's one movie I think that I have not seen.
That movie's pretty funny. It's pretty good. You have not seen Howard the Duck?
I honestly don't believe that I saw Howard the Duck.
That's a pretty damn good movie. That movie is good. That's a damn good movie. Yeah, you got. Oh, I can't believe you haven't seen Howard the Duck. Damn, all right.
No, I remember Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, Roger Rabbit. Oh yeah, Roger Rabbit. Yeah, that's not. That didn't come out this year. I think that's later, like in the '90s. I want to say, maybe '89. I don't know. We haven't reached that year. I'll have to wait for a couple weeks for that one. But Top Gun came out.
Top Gun.
Yep, and the famous quote for that. I feel the need for speed.
Well, you know what's funny is I didn't like that movie.
That movie?
I did not like it.
Oh God, that was like our little movie, and like my friend, he just bought a motorcycle. Like it wasn't that year because obviously we're old enough to drive yet, but it's been 90 because I graduated 91. So, but he went and bought him a motorcycle. This guy was like a dipshit, and he came over to me and my friend John's house because we're watching movies and we was throwing Top Gun. So we're watching Top Gun. He's like, "Ooh, I feel the need for speed." I was like, "Oh, you fucking idiot!" So he runs home. It's winter, wrecks his fucking bike, dumbass.
Well, I was more of an Iron Eagle guy. I like the fact that Iron Eagle, I was big into jets and knew which ones were which, and back in the day, and I read like the military books and all that shit, and that I knew that in Iron Eagle they used foreign jets. They actually did use foreign jets, where in Top Gun they were like, "Oh, that's a MiG-28." Motherfuckers, if you're going to do that, you at least got to say like a proper MiG name. There were no even number MiGs ever. And then it was an American aircraft, an F-5 that they used. Sorry, here's my inner military jet geek.
But back in the day when you're in high school, I'm trying. Yeah, like I said, I was probably when it came out. I've been probably lower high school, maybe middle, junior high. I don't even see 86. And then, because I graduated in 91, so I had been a freshman or the 8th or 9th grade when that came out because I got held back. So, but still.
Man, good shit. All right, so what else happened back in 86?
All right, well, let's see. All right, Metallica fans. This one hurts me dear to my heart. But, all right, Metallica's Cliff Burton and Kirk Hammett drew cards to decide who would get to choose a bunk on their tour bus in 86. Burton drew the ace of spades, chose the bunk Hammett had been occupying, and was thrown out of the window when the bus crashed. He died at the scene. I think this happened in Germany or something when they were touring. And Cliff Burton, he was the bassist. He, like, anybody is a Metallica fan, Cliff Burton from, because he did their first 3 albums, basically. So, and he did, clip him, so that sucked, losing him. Then more like nationwide news. Space Shuttle Challenger blew up 73 seconds after takeoff, killing all 7 crew members. Tens of thousands of school-aged children were watching the flight because teacher Kristen McAuliffe was a member of this crew. So I remember watching that because we had a snow day. Now I was supposed to go to school to watch that, and I remember sitting there, sitting there waiting to watch it take off. I didn't have all these video games like you kids got back in the day. We had like Legos or erector sets where you build stuff. So I'd pull out all my Lego as a snow day, couldn't do shit. My erector set or Legos, I'm sitting there playing the thing.
Your erection set.
What's that?
You said your erection set, like Playboy.
Set. It's like a little metal thing that had little motors. You could build like you could build a
sex doll. You could build a sex doll.
If you wanted to, if you wanted a little thing to go in and out, I guess you could do that. Yeah, it was a erector set.
It wrecks your balls.
That was cool, but no, it kind of pissed off my dad because, you had little screws and stuff in there. You could drop it in the carpet, you step on a lost screw, and then get in somebody's foot. Ah, god damn it! Been out here playing the shit in the carpet again. It's like, no bullshit. I got a damn screw stuck in my foot. So that was sad, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I don't think. I remember telling my mom, she was in there, the kid. I was like, I don't think the Challenger made it up. She said, what are you talking about? And then she said, oh my God. So yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Man, I was in 6th grade at that time, and in 6th grade, I might have been younger. I don't know. And I remember that shit blown up. We were all brought into the cafeteria to watch the launch, and we watched it go boom. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow.
I know we could be that damn worthless show, but you want to know the bad joke for the time then?
Go ahead, man.
Because I used to say it all the time. It was pretty bad.
Well,
do you know why NASA switched to Sprite?
I remember hearing this back when I was a kid. Why's that, man?
Because they couldn't get 7-Up.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I remember that joke. I mean, that's really sad. Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't laugh about that. I mean, that's something we should be like, oh, fuck, That is a time that you remember in history. It really is.
I got one more ruthless thing.
All right, go on, man.
All right. You remember the drummer for Def Leppard?
Yep, the one that lost his arm?
The same year he lost his arm after a car accident in 1984. He thought he could never play again, and he became very depressed until a fellow drummer helped him design an electronic drum kit. Mm-hmm. He played, and he returned to the band in '86. So actually, I kind of misspoken on that. So he lost his arm in 1984, but to end on a positive note, he returned back to Def Leppard minus an arm, and he's able to play again with Def Leppard. So.
Well, see, everybody's just got to imagine all those vets coming back from the war, that have issues, man. They could still do a lot of shit, man. It all takes a lot of willpower and self-motivation to go out there and kick some ass again. So
yeah, so I misread that, but yeah, that's positive. He came back, and yeah, amen. He did all good. Right. Sweet. But that's all I got.
All right. So we're gonna throw in a throwback song, a rap song from the '80s. Oh. Yes, a rap song from the '80s. No, not Run DMC.
Oh dang! All right, who is
it? It's DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Man, I even had this tape. Okay, so. A little bit for y'all out there, a little throwback. We're gonna have a weekly throwback